check out our video sponsor, Rogue Energy. That's ROUGE ENERGY. Use discount code SITH, SITH, for 10% off your next order of Rogue Energy.
Remember to follow us if you're listening on Spotify. And of course, subscribe to us if you're viewing us on YouTube. Welcome back to this edition of This Is The Way FM, to our very new series, The Sidecast. And today, I'm not really joined by a second guest. I was going to say special guest, but he's special in his own way. And but then again, you've seen him on this channel so many times. He's another host. He's one of my very good friends. The man himself, the man, the myth, the legend, the game master of this channel, Liam.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm glad to be back doing another podcast with your boy i.tye.
Sick and sick. So today, Liam, we are actually, so it's a kind of host for host kind of thing on the sidecast, So I guess, just another little chit chat, but just kind of talking about current events and So for those who are new to the sidecast is just basically just a kind of our weekly kind of content where, me and another kind of, or any of the hosts will just talk to another creator about something, I don't know, anything in general, kind of like pop culture in that sense. And instead from like the main monthly podcast when you got with the boys where we just get together and we just geek out about Star Wars, really, don't we, Liam?
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Not wrong. But today we are, of course, talking about the new kind of console generation. So, i.e., it kind of came out, PlayStation 5 did their thing not what long ago. And obviously Xbox have been releasing things with the Xbox Series X kind of thing in general. But before we start, Liam, I want to know, mate, it's just kind of, obviously you are a big gamer, man, but just like kind of like to go back, to turn back the clocks, where did it kind of start for you, mate, in terms of gaming?
So the very first console I ever had was a PS1. That was my very first console. And then I got a PS2 when I was about 6 for Christmas. And Star Wars Battlefront 2 comes out, and like a lifelong obsession with gaming and Star Wars begins. I got my very first Xbox when I was about 10, and it's been Xbox ever since. I've just been coasting along with the boys. Minecraft when that was a craze, Fortnite when that was a craze, Apex when that was a craze. I was, a bit. I'm getting old. I've been there through it all, but yeah, it started off with the PS1, where it all kind of led. I've played PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, original Xbox 360, Xbox One. I've pretty much played every console that's been out.
Mate, you're somewhat better than me. I kind of started out on, I was an Xbox guy. So like my uncle got me the first original Xbox, and my mom was very adamant about it. It's just like, he ain't gonna pay attention in school. I was just like, she wasn't wrong. I mean, I don't think that was necessarily the Xbox's fault, because like me,
No.
there was television and all that kind of sorts, and like, come on, I wasn't undistracted kids. But yeah, I had the Xbox, and what my uncle got me was, it was actually Crash 4. I think the Wrath of Cortex.
Oh, yeah, Crash Bandicoot 4.
Do you want a funny thing about that thing, Liam?
What's
I played that game for a good old year when I was like around 5 or 6, and then I don't know what happened to it, but the game itself, it got damaged.
Oh no.
I don't know why, but I kind of have a theory. When I was like around that age, I was just buying everything, so I probably bit the disc.
Yeah, this probably bit the disc.
I don't know. I'm just thinking. Yeah, I probably bit the disc. Yeah, stuff. And then I was an Xbox gamer, mate. So more or less, I was from Xbox, the Xbox, then up until Xbox 360. Then I got that, and then so it's like I was kind of with gaming. I don't know. I don't want to say I'm like, with me in gaming, it's kind of just been like this on and off thing, just like I love it and I like it, and it's just that.
Yeah.
Then again, it's like, yeah, it's not somewhat everything to me. You know what I'm saying? If that
Yeah.
makes sense.
I know what you mean. It's not like the be all and end all for your boy Ty.
Yeah,
There are other things that you're interested in.
exactly. Yeah, but then yeah, but there was like so much games I fondly loved from the original Xbox. Like I think me and you were talking about like, do you remember King Kong the game?
Yes. The
I mean, it does
OG.
really say much when they say the game is much better than movie. It does really say
Yeah.
a
Yeah, it
lot.
does say a lot, but oh, what a banging
But it
game.
was a bloody great game.
Absolute banger.
Giving it that whole
Several
survivor feel. I was just thinking, oh mate,
several hours spent on that game.
literally, it was a classic. And obviously, Simpsons Hit and Run. You know,
Oh, it was the original GTA, mate. It was.
it's it just kind of. I mean, it was a GTA that was kind of PG also. So it's
Yeah.
just like.
I saw Simpsons Hit and Run in CEX the other day for £30, and I was like, what? I
Don't
was
blame
like,
you. I don't blame you.
I was dumbfounded. And I was like, how much would you take for Hit and Run? They're like, oh, we'll take like £9. And I'm like, you're selling it for 30? And I'm like, Jesus.
Selling it for fun, you take it for £9, mate. That is just you did.
I was like, what the fuck? Oh. But you know, banging game.
Yeah, and
I was banging
Xbox
game.
360, I don't know, it was like I think same with the Xbox. It's kind of like I was just kind of in and out, and kind of,
Yeah.
there was like trying to think of a fun game I'd liked playing from Xbox 360. I mean, I like fighting games. Like, do you remember like Soul Calibur by chance?
Yes, yeah, I remember Soul Calibur.
I had the one. I think it was one or two or three. I can't remember which version was it, but it had Yoda in it. I was just like, ooh.
Oh yes, I think that's Soul Calibur 3. It's either 3 or 4. I think that's Yoda in
Yeah,
one of the
mate.
two of those. But yeah, it's a banger.
Had good times on there. I had very good times there. Yeah. But as the old saying is, Liam, out with the old, and we're moving on to the
Yeah,
news. So,
yeah.
Liam, my question to you is: you probably thought about this decision, but like what console you getting, mate?
Oh, I've got to go with the new Xbox. It's got to be looking at the specs. Like, I know PS5 have like the best exclusives. That's like undoubtable. But like going with the specs, it's got to be the Xbox. And I've remained loyal to Xbox for bloody years. I've not converted just yet, and I've got to stay on course. Get the new Xbox. I think it's got to be. If I had the money, I'd get both. If I can
Yeah.
only afford one, it'll probably be the Xbox.
But even in
What
that
about
sense,
you?
even if you could get both, thinking, could you make your time for both? Like that's
Yeah,
the
could you
thing.
balance both? Is the question. Like, I'd buy both just so I can play as Spider-Man in the Avengers.
And also, the Spider-Man Miles Morales game on PlayStation does look quite tasty.
Exactly. It's like the sole reason. Like, I bought a PS4 to play The Last of Us and Spider-Man. That was like the sole reason I ever bought one, because I was like, I don't like the console, but the games are banging. So it's
Yeah,
got to be done.
yeah. I guess there is like certain features like on the PS4. Like for example, if you're interested in being a streamer, if you have to get the PS4 camera itself.
Yeah.
And personally, I found the PS4 camera not to be as good, whereas
No.
Whereas an Xbox, you can get like a standard any kind of camera. You can get like a Logitech camera,
Anything works as long as you can
and they
plug it
shoot
into
in
the Xbox.
1080p, and that's like wow, that's like the best of both worlds. And it's just
That's what
like,
you want. It's what you want. The
And
camera I
PS5 have
used for
also
streaming was like,
released their exclusive cameras.
yeah,
Just thinking, really, like Sony, you couldn't work out the kinks. You couldn't
yeah,
work it out,
literally. Like,
really.
come on, Sony, you're better than that.
And also, and there is a new kind of fad of gaming that's it's been for a while, but it's just like I don't think anyone, or not anyone I know, that's kind of jumped on it. But like VR gaming, mate, what's your take?
I like VR gaming, but it still has a long way to come. What we've got is amazing. I remember playing Resident Evil 7 Biohazard on the virtual reality,
Oh,
and I was playing it around my uncle's house because he bought a VR headset and I hadn't. And it was this scene where Mia comes crawling up the stairs.
oh, mate.
A, it's horrifying in virtual reality. B, my uncle scared the shit out of me as she like jumped at the screen, but like coming behind me. From like what we've got, we've got some really good stuff, but VR does have a way to go. But what we've seen, I don't know if you ever saw, but you know Batman Arkham Knight,
Yeah.
it had a VR kind of like a spin-off epilogue thing where you had
Okay.
to figure out who'd killed Nightwing. Someone had murdered Nightwing,
Oh man.
and then you find out it's actually you as the Joker, and you find out all of this in like VR, and it is sick. It is absolutely amazing.
That
But
that
VR
sound.
does have some ways to come. But what we've got so far, it's definitely the future of gaming, 100%.
What really interests me is the Iron Man one. Like that would scare me.
Yes, yeah, that'll be good.
That
I
would
remember
scare me being
my
Iron Man.
first experience with VR was an underwater game. A fucking shark came out of nowhere at me. I like screamed for like a minute. But no, VR is definitely like the future of gaming. It is where we are heading.
I like it. And is VR, would you think like VR will take away the traditional kind of like, because obviously people are just used to having the pad to controller, like you think
Yeah,
VR will kind of like
I think VR will take that away. Obviously, you know, people will be used to the controllers, but give them time to adjust to the VR. It's
I don't
just
think it necessarily will like just like abolish the kind of tradition. I think it just be
no,
like
I don't, because there are some games you can't put in virtual reality. There's
no,
some
that's
games
actually
will have to remain your standard controller. There are just some games you can't really put in virtual reality. Obviously, there are some that would be amazing. Could you
yeah.
imagine an Outlast in virtual reality? That'd be fucking awesome. But there are just some games you can't put in virtual reality, so it just has to. We will always have controllers. Like VR will never like obsolete controllers.
Yeah.
Personally, and especially as like competitive gaming moves forward, because one of the reasons I'm more interested in the Xbox is because I acquired the new controller. It has extra paddles and a whole customizable layout, so any button can do anything, and you can have 3 different layouts for 3 different games all on the press of a button. So for competitive gaming, things like that. When I played Destiny 2 competitively for a bit, I could have the button to slide and the button to shoot like tapping my fingers, and it was I was so much quicker than everyone else. And how you customize it is going to be a big thing. So I definitely think controllers will stick around, but VR is definitely the way we're going, future of gaming wise.
That is sick. That is sick. So we've obviously you've bigged up. You said you're Xbox Series X, and you're kind of like that's kind of like where you're heading at. Is there anything in particular that said like what? Yes, definitely. That's what you've got my money. Is that what you kind of said in there?
I
Like,
personally thought it's the controller. It was the fact that it was compatible on the current console and the new one was really cool instead of having to buy a new controller. But the controller is just so good. It's just if you look at the specifications, a 9 out of 10, Xbox comes out with the better specifications. There are like a couple that PlayStation 5 wins, but just overall, and just honestly, it would take me so long to get back to using a PlayStation controller. I've used Xbox for years. It would take me so long to get back to using a PlayStation controller. It's unreal, personally. Like, the front 2 bumpers as the shoot buttons, where it's like Xbox players used to the back 2 pedals, and like there would be a lot, but it's just overall the Xbox. Oh, it's got to be.
gotta be Xbox. I understand that, and even looking at the PS5 controller, it just looks too chunky. It's like
It does look a bit chunky, but like to be fair, the Xbox controller is clunkier as well. But it's just overall it's a better controller. Personally, with the fact that I could jump from Destiny to Minecraft to Batman, and at the press of a button, I can have the whole controller formatted for that game in a certain way I like it, and it's just the best controller personally.
With me, I'm kind of like I think with like the console thing, I'm still kind of making my decision. But the only thing that's really kind of pushing me to more like PS5 is just the Miles Morales game, and I guess Ratchet and
Yes,
Clank. So, and
yes,
I swear
the
Ratchet and Clank can be
exclusives.
on both consoles. Am I wrong?
It can, yes,
Oh,
Ratchet and Clank can be, but PS5, the exclusives definitely kind of gave me a nudge towards going that way. But I was like, the exclusives look good, but it's got to be Xbox. But
what
the
were the other
exclusives
exclusives?
didn't really have me.
I can't remember. So, obviously, there was Miles Morales. Was there another one?
Um, Obviously, you're getting Spider-Man in the Avengers, where Xbox users aren't.
Oh, okay.
Uh, Obviously, we had Last of Us 2 recently, even though that wasn't the best.
Hmm.
So overall, there are some good PS5 exclusives coming out, and they did sway me a bit. But I was like, it's got to be the Xbox.
It's got to be the Xbox. It's got to be the. I hear you there, and I believe they got what was it called? Cross compatibly playing
Yes, cross
with Xbox.
compatibility.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and you know,
So
no offense,
there
I
will
do
be
like
certain
some
games.
old school generation Xbox games. I do like. I do like.
Yeah, the cross backwards capability. Oh my god. I was able to play the original Star Wars Battlefront 2 on my Xbox One. I was like, it was glorious. It was like reliving my childhood days. I was like, the backwards compatibility is amazing.
You gotta give a shout out to the OG games, man. You know they don't do it like them used to.
They don't do them like they used to, and the fact that some of them are like cross backwards compatible, I'm like, it's the best. It is the best without a doubt.
That's sick, mate. That is sick, mate. But like, I thought of a question, but I somewhat forgot it. But I think I had the idea of what it was, so I'm gonna see. I'm trying to wing it of like what my question was gonna be.
No
So,
worries.
in a sense, like with the new console gen, do you? God, I forgot what it was. It's just like, okay, I'm just waffling at this point, Liam.
It's all right, man.
You know, it's been a day. It's been half a day. You know, it's just
Been
like
half a day, but I'm ready for bed.
you're ready for bed. Oh, mate, but that does happen here. Oh, this is the way. But
So,
yeah, have you been? Oh yeah, the beta for the Avengers game came out. Did you? You've not been playing that, have you? Or
it did. I didn't get a chance to play it because I've been moving between places, but obviously I'll be playing the full game. But
Hmm,
I didn't get a chance to play the beta. But from the looks of it, it looks amazing. It does. From what
it
I've
does look
seen, it
amazing,
looks
yeah.
stunning.
And the exclusive skins, I think you get with some, like I think I saw
Yes,
one Grey Hulk. I was like, whoa.
yes. There are a fair few. Obviously, there's a couple of Thor ones which I saw that were really cool, and so yeah. Overall, I'm just really looking forward to it. But unfortunately, yeah, I missed out on the beta, which I was like, damn. But I was working and moving
Yeah.
between places, but it does look so good.
If you do like Avengers and you want to see Liam play on this channel, then be sure to smash that like button. And of course, remember to subscribe, because,
Don't
us
forget, guys,
guys,
I paid extra to have it 3 days early, so you can see the game before it's even out because it will be on this channel before it's even out in stores.
did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? That's what you're getting. And that's
Exclusives.
exclusive, buddies. So make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and of course, follow us on our socials, which will be in the description below. Do that, do that,
Awesome.
do that. And yeah,
Do that.
that's really sick, mate. As well, so obviously people do look out for that. But yeah, mate, I'm obviously, it's been time, like, you know, you've been a busy guy, obviously, no
Yeah.
jokes, but what is there anything you're like playing in your like your spare time that you have a little time for right now?
Not overly. I've honestly had no time. I've tried Fall Guys when I was at my uncle's, and
Oh my
that's
god, yeah,
pretty
Fall
good.
Guys.
Fall Guys is pretty good. Fall Guys is pretty good. I'll give PlayStation that. Fall Guys is a good game. I quite like that. But honestly, I felt like not had the time to play games, and I really want to get back into it.
Hmm. It's just life. It's just life. Just takes a different
It's life
U-turn
like
every
it's in a
time.
way.
Are we twinning on headsets?
This is the newer version of what you have, but it's the same model. It's just the newer version.
Ah, nay, twins. And I think our other host Alex has the same headset.
He
Oh,
does.
nice
He does.
stuff. Nice stuff. And yeah, mate. So, how long we been talking?
About half hour.
Half hour. Oh, I think we. Yeah, you know what? Let's see if we can whack on. Let's see if we're whacking on another few minutes, buddy. So yeah,
Yeah.
mate. It was just with. mm, So are you what? So oh yeah, you were talking about the cross compatible thing with like Xbox. It's like, is there any games in particular like you're hoping? Oh, please be on there, please. Just like
Oh, well, you know what? I'd love for. Obviously, we had the original Battlefront. You know what? I'd love the original Lego Star Wars games.
ooh,
Of like cross compatible, like the original, like the OG, not like the Lego Star Wars 3, the complete saga, like the original trilogy and like the original Star Wars video game. Because that, I spent so many hours on that bloody game, but it was amazing.
yeah, Lego Star Wars. It was just classic. You know,
Such
you
a
can't
banger.
beat it.
You can't beat the classics.
Can't beat the cousin. And if there was one game in particular, I think I would. With Xbox, because like, what did I play back in the day? Did you ever play the Indiana Jones game?
Yes, I did vaguely, but not much. But I did play it.
I had fond memories of that game. It was just it was Indiana Jones something Temple of. It wasn't based on any of the movies. I think it was just kind of like
No,
you're there kind
I
of
know
thing.
what
But
you mean. But I can't
I
think of
had
what it's
much
called.
enjoyment kind of playing it. And oh, Nintendo's kind of feeling like, well, what do we do?
Yeah, Nintendo were like, oh well, what do we do now?
Super Mario, Donkey
To be
Kong.
fair, they're still killing it with like Switch sales. Personally, they're
Yeah,
Nintendo is still killing it with the
yeah, they sold
Switch.
out with Animal Crossing. So in all fairness,
Yeah, they've like they're doing bits with the Switch. They don't need anything else.
they they don't need it whatsoever.
Oh, one game I'd love to get remastered is like the original Guitar Hero or something. I used to play Guitar Hero on the Wii instead of the Xbox, and like, my guitar was personalized. It was all like glittery. I had my name on it. Like, I love that guitar, and like, I'd love to see Guitar Hero, specifically Guitar Hero 3: Legends of Rock revamped. That was my favorite one out of the whole. Oh, it was amazing. I'd love to see Guitar Hero. So something like, because we haven't had anything like that since like DJ Hero from like 2012. We haven't really had anything like that kind of special controller kind of thing.
Hmm.
I'd love to see them do something with that.
Imagine doing it like on kind of like the whole VR thing, like we were talking about. Like,
Mate, that'll be even better. You have a guitar, your VR headset on, like you're in front of a crowd, you just
you see the
jamming
crowd,
away.
yeah, like
That's something like
it's like
something
you're
like that'll
really
be
there.
awesome.
That's the magic of
Ty,
gaming, people.
I think we're on it. I think we're on something here. We need to like keep this under wraps. Like we're on to multi-million-dollar idea here. This would be
That's
banging.
true. We could suggest it to Activision. Wait, who makes the game? I have no idea.
It was Activision that made the original Guitar Hero.
So yeah, hey
You
guys,
didn't hear that, viewers. We're keeping this
you
under
didn't hear
wraps
that. You
until we
didn't hear
get
that.
paid.
We'll strum up our IDs soon enough. It's just like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, write it down, write the stuff down. But yeah, obviously that's all good and all. So PS5, is there what was your like what was the downfalls of the PS5 that was just like that said no?
Honestly, the color scheme. This is the first PlayStation I've seen in white, like other than like modded PS. But this is the first one that's come out in standard white, and I'm just like, I don't like it.
Hmm.
And just overall, like neither the Xbox or the PS5 have had good designs this year. They've just not. Like,
Yeah. I think that's what we can agree. The designs was like, well,
the designs were kind of lacking. Like, I love my Xbox One. Look, I got the Xbox One S. So it's like the slimmer one. I'm like, oh, this is so slim and it's so smooth. Then I see like the new Xbox is coming out, and like it's a rectangle. It's like a stood up rectangle. But I used to put
people
my
mean
TV on
like
my
a trash can.
Xbox.
Like,
Yeah, it does a bit. It does look like a trash can. And then you got PS5 that looks like a Wi-Fi router, and I'm just like,
yeah,
who
none of
was
them
in
have done
charge of
themselves justice.
designs? Who was in charge of designs these years? I want
The
them.
design team
I
was
want
just
off with
like,
their
okay,
heads. Yeah,
there's this. Now do this. Yeah,
literally.
they should have looked at the design team more thoroughly. It's just like, so what are these guys doing? Like,
What they actually like? How did these get through? Like planning? Like, yes, make it look like that. Our main demographic is like teenage boys. They won't ridicule how our games console works at all. That's not how the internet works at all.
yeah, and it's just like, yeah, you guys didn't do yourselves no favor there in that kind of department.
This has got memed all over Twitter, and I'm like, oh, this is like the opposite of what they wanted.
Yeah, and it's just like the Xbox One thinking, can you stand? Like, where can I put you? Like, it's just very.
Literally, like, I would rest my TV on my Xbox, and now I'm just gonna have to stand it up not next like a mini fridge, and I'm like, what is
Um,
this?
I guess you can call the new Xbox, I guess, ergonomic. I mean, you can kind of stick it
Yeah.
anywhere, like,
Yeah, to be fair, it takes up a lot less room than the other Xboxes, but like, still just making it horizontal, and I'm like, oh,
I mean,
that's
and also another thing, it is a small thing, but I guess the logos, they're still similar. I don't know, it's a small thing,
yeah,
but it's just like
yeah. No, I get what you
PS5
mean.
PlayStation didn't do much. It was just like, okay, so 5, yeah, done, yeah.
Yeah, done. No, that's good enough. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
But the new console generation, folks, is looking quite, we know Liam's choice. Like mine, obviously, I'm still kind of working out what my choice is. Just like, and obviously, I'm kind of not really fussed. I'm still kind of like I still got a list of PS4 games I need to get through as well. So it's just like, it's kind of like, yeah, it's no rush kind of system, but I
No,
think.
no.
Oh, and another game I'm really excited for is like the Crash 4. It's about time.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Very quite excited for that. It's just thinking, oh, it just looks so stunning. It's just like,
Yeah, man.
and I love the narrative of Crash. I just love that.
That's what
It's
it's gonna
just
be like,
wacky. It's just Crash. It's what you expect of a Crash game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, your room's looking very tidy, mate. I just must say, got a little snippet.
Yeah. It's very tidy, very tidy.
Very tidy, very tidy. Well then, bud. Any closing thoughts?
Not really. This has been a good chat, just me and you. It's been fun being here. I'd like to join more members of the sidecast. I think that would be really cool.
We were, yeah. Hopefully, we are with the sidecast. We are hoping to get more kind of, guests, visitors, just to come on the podcast and have a little chit chat, with myself or either Liam or either Alex.
Or if anyone's listening and like they're a creator and they'd like to, be a guest, please reach out to one of us. All our socials are all linked. So if anyone's listening that's like a creator or wants to be a guest, wants to have their voice heard, please just reach out to one of us. Obviously, all our Instagrams and all that are all listed down below. So just hit one of us up if you want to be part of it.
Well said, Liam. And by the way, Liam, did you hear my tummy?
I did a bit.
Okay.
But
I'm
it
not
wasn't too
hungry.
bad. You're
I
a
don't know.
hungry
I was
boy.
like, I'm not hungry. I've already eaten, so I
You
don't
should,
understand. It's just like, can I help you? Like,
your body's telling you need more food. You need snacks.
I already eat too much food, man. It's just like
You need some snacks.
I've been taking a bit of advantage of
body.
the eat out, help out thing that's happening in the UK.
Yeah. Literally,
Taking a little bit of
I've
advantage
done
of it.
that
It's like,
myself.
I'm
Save
doing a good
£10,
thing
put
in general.
£10
So
weight
yeah.
on. It's just-
But yes,
just how
people,
it
like
is.
Liam said, any content creators, do kind of reach out to us. We are easy. We don't want no poggers, and we don't want any. What's the other thing I used to say? I get all these sayings from Will and Nee because like he just says these stuff. I'm just like, that's poggers. He's a munter. We don't want any munters.
Yep. If there are any e-girls listening, please contact i.tye or Trent directly. One of those two.
Like, yeah. Me and Trent will interview you personally.
Personally.
Yeah, but heck, Liam, mate, thanks for that, man. That was a nice, quick little
No worries,
sessionino
nice
we had
to
just
get
there.
a little bit, nice to get a little bit of content out,
Had to get a little bit, had to bust it out, and had a nice little convo with that. Okay, Liam, as always, you got. All right, I'll give you 10 seconds to plug anything. Go.
LRTgaming on YouTube, LRTgaming on Instagram. It's pretty much all I've got. They're all down below in the socials. Get at them.
All right, you had like 2 nanoseconds to spare, but we'll allow you. We were gonna cut it out in the edit, but it's just like, fine.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, and in all fairness, Liam, they're already in the description as we speak. So
Yeah,
it's just like,
exactly.
yeah.
All my stuff's in the description.
Be sure to go follow Liam there. And as always, folks, please do go follow us on our Instagram and our Twitter hands. They are all in the bottom below. And of course, people, if you are listening on Spotify, hello, remember to follow. And of course, on the YouTube channel, if you're excited for the new console generation, comment below telling us what you're excited for. If you like this video, give it a like. If you want to keep up with the content, and if you want to see Liam's LRT Plays Avengers series come out very soon, and you want to keep up to date with that, then subscribe. Notifications bell.
Literally.
All the dressing. But then, yeah, I think that has been a good sesh. So, Liam, you know what we always do.
This is the way.
This is the way indeed.